Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today, I want to give you an in-depth look at the new gloves I'm going to be competing in with Karate Combat versus the gloves I have competed in with Bellator and Glory. We're going to look in depth at all of these and really make you guys understand exactly what my new competition is going to be based around. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've watched some Karate Combat, of course, but I didn't really know too much about the glove, aside from what I've actually seen. But, I'm looking at it and I'm going, I haven't had a good feel of it until just yesterday when the glove and a care package from Karate Combat arrived, and I actually got to put these on. And I thought it would be really interesting for you guys to know my thoughts on it and to know exactly what we're dealing with in these gloves. So first, let's break down the sizes of each. In a kickboxing glove, we have 10 ounces. I actually have a scale in there that weighs right down to every point of an ounce, and these came in at 10.2 ounces. So probably without the laces, this would be pretty on point for an exact 10-ounce kickboxing glove. You can see the size comparison between the two. Then we have the MMA glove, which came in at, I believe, exactly 4 pounds. Congratulations, Bellator. This glove, as you can see, is a little bit smaller than the Karate Combat glove. With the Karate Combat glove, we are looking at 5.5 ounces. So I guess the big question is, where does that extra 1.5 ounces go? Well, I would say it's right here in the actual knuckle of the glove. I'm going to put these two side by side so you can really see them up close. But in general, if I go like this and I sort of squeeze, I think we have about that much. Whereas on a Bellator glove, we're dealing with more like that. Now, it doesn't seem like that much of a difference, but the big difference that I do notice is when I put my fingers against the Bellator glove and I squeeze, there's really not much give. This is a solid, really hard foam. Whereas with the Karate Combat one, hopefully you guys can see here, my finger squishes down quite a bit more. There's much more give. So I think that extra 1.5 ounces, when you look at them, there's a little bit through the wrist here, a little bit of extra protection, whereas this is literally just leather. Tiny bit of coverage there, but mostly up in here we probably have about 1 ounce of extra foam, which is quite squishy. Now, what do I think about this glove versus the MMA glove? Well, in all honesty, because I'm a big fan of kickboxing and 10-ounce gloves, I'm happy they're a little bit bigger. I don't really like the idea of just strictly standing up and having this tiny little glove, because I'll be honest with you guys, the first time I saw a Bellator glove was pretty much fight week on my first MMA fight. And I went over to the table where, you talk with all the Bellator officials, and they handed me a pair of gloves and they said, try them on, size them out, see which ones you want. And that was the first time I'd put on a glove that was this small. And I remember sticking my hand in and going, holy smokes, there's nothing there. It's so small and it's crazy hard. And I was not a fan. But in these Karate Combat gloves, we have a little bit more protection, which I like the idea of, because I don't want fighters getting touched and getting really hurt. It's part of the sport, which I don't love, is hurting other people. So a little bit more protection, in my opinion, is not a bad thing. And aside from that, the only massive difference that I also noticed between the two gloves is it's much harder to figure out if there's a left or a right, versus the Bellator one where there's a little slot for your thumb there, and you can see 100% this is a right-hand glove. But this one doesn't really have anything in particular that tells you left or right. So that's just a little interesting note about the two of them. And aside from that, they're fairly similar except for the Velcro length. On an MMA glove, one little strap. On the Karate Combat ones, we come all the way around, attach to the front, do a whole nother rotation, and then we secure. And this will be nice, just providing a little bit more protection for the wrist, because when you are fighting in small gloves, the wrist is that much easier, that much more likely that you're going to injure it. But overall, I really like the design. I think this is a good design by Karate Combat. Am I excited to compete in these gloves? Well, I like them more than the MMA gloves, because like I said, MMA gloves I thought were very small. These are a little bigger. These are still not the gloves I love, because I still am somebody who just really feels comfortable in boxing gloves. But I will do all the training I need to get really comfortable with these, to get really used to finding which position feels the best for me, and to go in and get some wins in karate combat. Hopefully I'll have some news for you guys soon, and you will be able to see me in action and joining this new fantastic promotion. And that's all the information I want to bring you today. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, give it a like. If you haven't already, join the channel, get subscribed. Train hard, guys. I'll see you back here soon for another video.